When the world is soft and barely strong, I feel your heart beside my own, like a truth I've always known. Every word you never say speaks to me in gentle ways. In your silence I belong, like a verse inside a song. You don't need to promise me forever, just stay right here, just stay real. 'Cause every moment we surrender is more than anything I feel. This is where love learns to breathe, in the space between you and me. Not in fire, not in pain, but in quiet, steady flames. If the world should fall apart, I would still know where you are. This is where love learns to breathe, here with me. I've seen love dressed up in gold, heard 1,000 stories told, but none of them felt this true. None of them sounded like you. You don't chase the stars above, you make a home out of my love. Every touch a gentle vow, every now is all we need now. We don't run, we don't pretend, we don't fear the bitter end. 'Cause what we have is calm and deep, a love that's strong enough to sleep. This is where love learns to breathe, in the space between you and me. Not in fire, not in pain, but in quiet, steady flames. If the world should fall apart, I would still know where you are. This is where love learns to breathe, here with me. When time leaves lines upon our skin and youth becomes a memory within, I'll still reach for your hand at night, still find my home in your eyes. Morning light across your face, time slows down and knows its place. You don't rush, you don't pretend. You're the calm my chaos ends. Every breath you softly take feels like promises we make, not out loud, not carved in stone, just two hearts finding home. You never try to change my mind, you let me be my fragile side. And somehow in your quiet grace I learned what love should say. It's the way you stay when words fade away, when you stay when words fade away, when nothing is certain and nights feel too long. It's the way you stay, not trying to save, just holding the moment where we both belong. If someday we break in bed, if the road begins to end, I won't ask for more than this, one last honest kiss. But if time is kind to us, if forever's not too much, I'll still choose you every day, for the simple way you stay. Even when the light feels low, 'cause loving you feels like home. The night is breathing slow tonight. Your shadow dances in the light. No need for words, no need to prove. Everything feels true with you. Your fingers trace the edge of time, like every moment's finally mine. I've been everywhere, I've been afraid, but now my heart feels safe. You don't ask me to be strong, you is calm, your hand is light. No perfect lines, no grand display, just truth that doesn't run away. I've worn my scars like second skin, afraid to let the daylight in. But you don't ask me to explain. You love me gently, just the same. You don't heal me by force or flame. You sit with me inside the pain, and somehow that's what pulls me through, the way you never asked me to. In the quiet I choose you, when there's nothing left to prove, when love is stripped of every sound and all the walls come crashing down. If my voice forgets your name, my heart will never do the same. In the quiet I choose you. I've seen love dressed in borrowed light, burn too fast and lose the fight. But you don't chase a perfect view. You stand right here and see me through. Every moment slow and real teaches me how love should feel. Not a promise screamed out loud, but hands that stay when hope bows down. You don't save me, you don't try. You let me hurt, you let me cry. And in that space I finally learn, some love stays because it wants to. In the quiet I choose you, when there's nothing left to prove, when love is stripped of every sound and all the walls come crashing down. If my voice forgets your name, my heart will never do the same. In the quiet I choose you. When time rewrites the shape of us and dreams grow old and gather dust, I won't ask fate to play it fair. I'll just reach out and find you there. No vows carved into golden rings, just everyday ordinary things. 1,000 times I'll choose again, not once, but then and then. Final quiet I choose you, through the breaking and the truth. When loving you is all I have, and that alone still feels like fate. If the world forgets our tune, I'll still hum it just for you. In the quiet I choose you. So stay where love doesn't need a sound. I choose you now. There's a calm inside your eyes, like the ocean learning time. You don't ask me who I'll be, you just let me come as me. I've been loud, I've been afraid, built my heart to be a cage. But you knock and you don't break, you just wait. You don't need to fix my scars, you don't pull me from the dark. You sit with me where I am, and that's where love The night is still, the room is warm. Your heartbeat keeps me safe from storms. No questions hanging in the air, just knowing that you're there. I've chased a love that needed proof, that bled me just to show the truth. But you don't pull, you don't command, you only hold my hand. You don't ask me to be more, you don't open every door. You let me be exactly who I am. This is a love that doesn't ask, doesn't wear a heavy mask. It doesn't need to be explained, it just stays when hope feels thin. If the world should turn away, I would still be here to say, this is love that doesn't ask. Your voice is low, your touch is kind, like patience learning how to bind. Every fear I couldn't name softens when you say my name. You don't rush what's meant to grow, you let the fragile moment show. In every pause, in every breath, you choose me over rest. You don't promise endless skies, you don't sell me borrowed lies. You give me now, and that is all. This is love that doesn't ask, doesn't wear a heavy mask. It doesn't need to be explained, it just stays when hope feels thin. If the world should turn away, I would still be here to say, this is love that doesn't ask. When time rewrites the shape of us, and even faith begins to rust, I won't beg the past to stay, I'll love you in today. No grand stage, no perfect vow, just choosing each other now, again and again in every way. Finals love that doesn't ask, through the future and the past. Not a fire that burns and breaks, but a warmth that gently stays. If my voice should ever fade, let my silence tell the tale. This is love that doesn't ask, through the future and the past. Not a fire that burns and breaks, but a warmth that gently stays. If my voice should ever fail, let my silence tell the tale. This is love that doesn't ask. So stay where nothing has to be said. Love is already there. The room is breathing soft and slow. Your eyes say things I already know. No need to promise what will be. You're right here next to me. I've been a heart that learned to run, afraid of what love might become. But you don't chase, you don't explain, you stand still, you remain. You don't save me from my fears, you let me face them here. And somehow that's what makes me strong. I will stay in the sun. when the lights are low. Your breathing sets the tempo slow. No perfect words, no need to try. You read the truth behind my eyes. I've worn my heart like fragile glass, afraid each touch would never last. But you don't rush, you don't demand. You love me just the way I am. You don't fix what's incomplete. You walk with me through every crack, and in that calm I finally see what love has always lacked. Nothing loud, just us. No fireworks, no rush. Just hands that stay when faith feels thin, and hearts that don't need oxygen. If the world forgets our name, I would still love you the same. Nothing loud, just us. I've known love dressed in heavy sound, promises that let me down. But you don't sell me better days. You sit with me in all my ways. Every moment stripped of pride, every fear I used to hide feels lighter when you're near, like truth has nothing left to fear. You don't ask me to believe, you let belief grow on its own. And somehow in your quiet way, you make my heart your home. Nothing loud, just us. No fireworks, no rush. Just hands that stay when faith feels thin, and hearts that don't need oxygen. If the world forgets our name, I would still love you the same. Nothing loud, just us. When time rewrites the shape of us, and silence starts to feel like dust, I won't ask for who we were, I'll love who we become. No grand vows, no closing scene, just staying in the in-between, where love doesn't need to prove, it only needs to choose. Final loud, just us, through the breaking, through the trust. Not a spark that burns and goes, but a warmth that always knows. If the dark should test our flame, I would still love you the same. Nothing loud, just us. So stay where love doesn't raise its voice. Nothing loud, just us. Coffee cooling by the sink, your laughter makes me stop and think how something small so unaware can feel like love is everywhere. No silver screen, no perfect line, just mornings learning how to shine. I used to chase a brighter view, now all I see is you. You don't turn moments into gold, you let them be just what they hold. And somehow that's the part that stays. I find you in the ordinary, in every breath, in every day. Not in promises we carry, but in the way you always stay. If the world stops feeling new, I'll still fall back into quiet and the gray. When love feels less than legendary, but honest in the best of ways. If tomorrow feels unsure, I know one thing will endure. I find you in the ordinary. So stay. Let the world be what it is. I already found my miracle. The evening falls without a sound. Your name feels safe inside my mouth. No need to tell the world we're here. This love is calm, this love is clear. I've known a heart that learned to hide, afraid of what it feels inside. But you don't rush, you don't amend. You place my fear back in my hands. You don't ask me to be brave, you don't tell me I'm okay. You let me feel what I feel. I hold you gently, not too tight, like something rare in open light. Not to keep, not to control, but to love you as a whole. If tomorrow slips away, I'd still choose you the same way. I hold you gently. Your silence never feels like space. It feels like rest, it feels like grace. Every breath we do not say speaks louder than the words we play. I've watched love try to own a heart, pull it close then tear apart. But you don't claim me as your own. You let me be, and that feels home. You don't promise endless skies, you don't blind me with your light. You stay when nothing shines. I hold you gently, not too tight, like something rare in open light. Not to keep, not to control, but to love you as a whole. If tomorrow slips away, I'd still choose you the same way. I hold you gently. When time leaves traces on our skin and quiet moments settle in, I won't chase who we used to be. I'll love who you are becoming. No grand ending, no big scene, just choosing you in between every fall, every rise. With open hands and open eyes, funnel you gently through the years, through the laughter and the tears. Not as something I must keep, but as a love I wanna be. If the world turns cold someday, I'd still love you just this way. I hold you gently. So stay. Where love is soft and free, I'm holding you gently.